Straight ahead on First News at 11. Talks continue.
President Bush's State of the Union address to a joint session of Congress. From Washington, here is Dan Rather.
Good evening. Members of the House and Senate have gathered back there at the Capitol, and in just a few minutes, they will welcome the President of the United States. George W. Bush will tell the Congress, and you watching at home, what shape the nation is in as he sees it, and where he intends to lead the nation in the months ahead. President Bush's first official State of the Union address. Much has changed since he took office 1 year and 9 days ago. The nation entered a recession officially last March. The nation entered a war against terrorism in September. Polls show those issues, the economy and terrorism, are the top concerns of the American people. They will be the main focus of the President's address tonight. The public gives the President very high marks for the job he's doing, but he faces an uphill battle getting some of his agenda through Congress this election year, when Democrats and Republicans will be fighting for control of the House and Senate. Democrats as well as Republicans have given the President strong support on his aims as far as the war are concerned. Democrats have split with the President in some ways over what's needed for the economy, and the President can be expected to address those concerns tonight as well. Our chief Washington correspondent, Bob Schieffer, is back at the Capitol on the Russell balcony. Bob, we've heard a lot today about how hard President Bush has prepared the speech, both in the writing and in the delivery.
Well, Dan, this is going to be a very different kind of State of the Union speech. Normally, a State of the Union speech is not a great bit of oratory. Presidents, both Republicans and Democrats, have used these opportunities to lay out a broad laundry list of what they want, what they hope to accomplish. But this is a speech tonight, as you will see very early on, that goes far beyond domestic concerns. This is a speech that the President is aimed not just at the Congress or the American people, but really at the world. He is going to lay down the law on terrorism. He's going to say the war on terrorism has just begun, and you're going to see some very tough language aimed at terrorists in this speech tonight, I think, Dan.
We're going to go to the White House, and John Roberts, before doing so, let me note for you that
the gentleman from Missouri, Mr. Gebhardt.
The evening has hit a snag. We paused because we thought some announcement might be being made. The evening's hit a snag already. The President is already at the Capitol. Anybody who knows this President, George W. Bush, knows that he's punctual. He's at the Capitol, but we're now told that the Senate Escort Committee has been delayed for some reason, so there may be a slight delay in getting the President to the rostrum and hearing his address. In the meantime, let's go to the White House. John Roberts, we know that the President intends to directly address in this speech tonight North Korea, Iraq, and Iran. Tell us about that.
Well, Dan, when the President was formulating his plan for the State of the Union address, he gave marching orders to his closest advisors and his speechwriting team to be very forward-looking in the way that he was going to address the war on terrorism.
But the President told him the other day